Welcome back. A new anti-Trump ad has been making waves in America this week. It shows women reading out some of his most sexist and derogatory comments. There was a fair few to choose from.
The ad was paid for and distributed by a group called Our Principles PAC, a group that appears to have been organised just to stop Trump. Take a look.
Minor details.
I like kids. I mean, I won't do anything to take care of them. I'll supply funds and she'll take care of the kids.
You know, it really doesn't matter what they write, as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of...
That must be a pretty picture. You dropping to your knees.
There was blood coming out of her eyes. Blood coming out of her... wherever.
Women, you have to treat them like...
This is how Donald Trump talks about our mothers, our sisters.
Our daughters.
If you believe America deserves better, vote against Donald Trump.
So what does an ad like this have? What sort of impact? Is the tide turning, or could it turn it? Over to our Masters of Spin, advertising experts Dan Gregory and Matthew Bywater. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Obviously, this would appeal to a female constituent. Do you think it appeals in the right way?
Look, I think it appeals to me. However, I think that's one of the problems. I think they're falling into the classic mistake of talking to themselves. I think Hillary Clinton voters will say, yeah, that's great. I don't think it's going to take anyone away from Trump, though.
Yeah. You don't think a female Trump voter would sit up and listen to the fact that he views women in general this way, Matthew?
Yeah, well, you've got to split the voters up. If you look at undecided, yes, because his numbers are actually falling. Those that find him unfavourable have increased by from about 40 to 50%. So, yes. You look amongst Republican female voters, has it moved? And amongst Republican male voters, his actual numbers are going up.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you do hear that, I mean, a lot of these sexist comments that he's made have kind of gone a little bit under the radar. The media keeps trying to bring them up, but they get lost in his sort of, you know, fear-mongering what he does.
Yeah.
Is it powerful in that sense, or you just don't think it up?
They've heard him say it. And one of the issues is we start to treat women like ethnic groups, and they don't vote as a bloc. Whereas an ethnic group has shared values, whereas women have lots of different values depending on who they are.
Well, certainly a shared value of all women would be respect for women.
Sure. Exactly, but I think, you know, that's not what they're deciding this election on. There's actually other issues and other values hierarchies that are actually playing into voters in voters' decisions.
One of the interesting things about this election so far seems to have been that despite the fact that Trump is so offensive, any time anyone attacks Trump as a person, it just solidifies the support behind him.
Because he's not part of the political elite, and that's something the Republican Party has been getting wrong for a number of years now, is they keep putting up the same old political class. Barack Obama taught us that it's not about that. Mahendra Dhoni in India, same thing. People are looking for someone who's different, someone who's not from that political class.
And I think that's one of the things that will actually cost Hillary Clinton in the long run. Because, look, let's assume she gets the nod. One of the issues is Obama or even Bill Clinton or someone like Ronald Reagan, they ran positive campaigns. They were positive campaigners. But both Hillary and Trump are negative campaigners. And I think he's got more game in the negative aspect than she does.
Although they do say that when the general election happens, it's more likely to go to someone more moderate and not as nasty. So maybe...
You'll see them both turn. They'll both become more moderate after July. Once the convention's finished and they've got their votes, they've got their nomination, you'll see them both come back towards the centre. Because they've got their own parties, now they're going to get the rest.
How can he come back to the centre? We've heard him say such outrageous things.
And the thing is, people making those comments, it's actually the Liberal media making those comments. They're actually typing those headlines with crossed fingers, I think.
Yeah, right. All right, well, thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Dan.
Don't go anywhere. Weekend Sunrise is back in a moment.